Hey folks, Harley Day Rider back at you. Your good old friend HDR. What do you do when the sky looks a little bit overcast? And it's, what, 6:15? Well, what would I do? Let's go for a motorcycle ride. That's what we're going to do. Make sure this is locked here. I've been able to ride all day. It's been kind of busy today, so haven't been able to get the bike out. Find the right glasses here. That's where the clear ones. That's what my neighbor just said. You're going to try to get a quick one in before the rain hits. I said, well, I hope the rain don't hit too soon. Hope the rain doesn't hit too soon. But yeah, we'll try to get a quick ride in anyway. And then we'll get on with this discussion. Let's get started. So anyway, the topic today I want to talk to you about a little bit is something that we're kind of involved in right now. I don't know if I brought this up to you yet or talked to anybody about this, but what we're doing right now at the house is actually building. Now, I guess, what are we going to be building? We're going to be putting in a garage. Now, we looked at a couple of different models of garages, styles of garages, and there's so many out there that'll make your head spin. And, you know, now when we get something in our head, we know we're going to do it. So there's just a few different ways to go about doing this. And every way I look at building this garage is because I own a motorcycle. Now, let's back that up. We've been wanting a garage since we moved into the house that we live at now. So the garage where I keep my bike at right now is a smaller garage, but we want to build a big garage out behind our house. So we're looking at 25 foot. We started looking at a 25 foot by 28 foot modular garage. Now, if you don't know what a modular garage is, basically the garage is pre-built. And what they do is they bring in two halves. And the garages are 14 foot wide. So we had the gentleman come out to measure our lot, and the problem was he said we'd have to take maybe a corner of our house off. Well, that's not going to do it. So then he said, but wait a minute. I said, what? He goes, a 24 by 24 would fit just fine. I said, yeah, that'd be nice for the two cars, but what's going to happen with my motorcycle? Huh. So I'm going to try to turn off here, and I hope it's not tarred and chipped on here, but we've been on this road quite a few times, so we'll take a chance to see what we run into. Doesn't look like this part is anyway. So I said a 24 by 24 is not going to work, because that's for, we have to have a place for our cars first, so that's our cars. And he said, well, yeah, okay, well, it would fit. And I said, okay, well, so we're going back to the drawing board. So we start looking at metal, basically, I guess they call them a pole barn, for the lack of metal, you know, basically a metal garage. We started looking at those, but the back of our yard is kind of sloped down. So we thought, well, we'll have clean field run in and level it off. Kind of made perfectly good sense to us, until we brought my buddy Ray over today, who's very smart, who built his own garage at his house. And he goes, wait, he said, you wouldn't do that. You'd have a footer puller down the bottom and have block brought up to level the garage. Don't worry about leveling the yard, because it's going to sink, and over time it will smash down, and the floor could crack or whatever. I said, okay. So now we're back at like square one. Trying to find a contractor that can lay block. And be able to lay this block in such a way to, I'm sure they'll know how to do that, to level the floor. Now that makes perfectly good sense. So that's our next step now. But now we're looking at a garage. I've been talking to Mrs. HDR, we did our measurements. Now we're looking at, instead of a 24 by 28, we may be looking at a 24 by 30. So it's going to be 30 inches across. So I'm thinking we can have 2-car garage doors, and we're going to have one other door on the other side, like a motorcycle door. So however that looks. So we will figure that out. But that's kind of what HDR and Mrs. HDR has been up to. And I told Mrs. HDR, one of the reasons I want to build this garage is I would like to have, and we talked a little bit about this, I gave you a hint of this, there's something inside of me, ever since I bought a motorcycle, that I want to have a project bike. I want to have a motorcycle that I could tear down, I can work on it, and I'm not a mechanic, but I want to learn. I'm not going to learn on this bike. This bike has a 7-year warranty on it, and she said you're not going to tear this bike apart. And she's probably very smart at that point. I wouldn't do that anyway. But I want to buy an older bike. I don't know really what I'm looking at yet. I'm thinking something, and I'm not even sure what year it would be, but something with an Evo engine. I watch a new guy on YouTube I've been watching here lately, and he bought an Evo, and he kind of learned on his own, said they're very easy to work on, they're very straightforward. So it's not going to be a full dresser. You know, it's going to be something like a Softail or something in that line. So I know what I want. And she said, well, why do you want to do that? I said, well, I just want to know the mechanics of a motorcycle, you know, be able to mess with it. So I kind of got her on board with that. She said, well, you know, we're doing that. I said, well, where who? Who's where? She said, we're going to be taking a girls trip, you know, just the girls. I said, well, that's fine. She said, you get a project motorcycle, I get to go on a, you know, on a mini vacation with the girls. I'm like, that's fine with me. So that is what she's going to be doing. I don't know when, probably next summer, whatever. But make sure the dog's up here coming out. That would not be good for me. We're going to stop in this hill for a minute. Cutting on a big tree right there. Nice beautiful view there. Washington, Pennsylvania is straight out that way. We're on the back hills here. Nice piece of property down there. Skies aren't really that bad. I got my clear glass on. It's not really getting that dark out fast, and it's almost 6:30. But I watch people, you know, wrench on their bikes all the time, like D-Vest 1A. My buddy Payne's rides. He works on his own bike, you know, does things to it. I want to be able to do that stuff. I want to be able to you know, work on a motorcycle, and I thought I would buy myself a project bike. So, but the first step, hope it wasn't lightning. The first step is to get the garage going. So that's going to be the first round. So now we were talking to Ray today, and he goes, well, what about your building permit? And I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, your building permit. You got to get a building permit. And I'm like, oh, crap. I was hoping not to do that. So Miss HR is reading, and it also says something about a zoning permit. I'm like, oh, we live in a rural area. I don't know why I need to zone anything, but all right. So I guess that's our next step. And then we have to find a contractor that knows something about it. We've been looking for garage builders and all kinds of stuff there. So what does it take for you to build something in your area? I know Payne's Ride just got a nice new garage. If you didn't look at his video yet, you can check that out. And as I scroll through this, I'm going to try to put one of those little cards up here on top wherever. You click on that, you can check out his video. If not, I'll link it in the description down below. And he actually did a little video of them bringing his garage in. It looks really super nice, Payne's Ride. I mean, hey, congratulations. You're way ahead of me, that's for sure. You got a nice place out there now to wrench on your bike, man. That's wonderful. So, all right, but yeah, let me know in the comments below where you live, what your laws are, how can you build, you know, and like to hear more about it. So let me know below, and I appreciate any information anybody has about building garages. I don't know anything about construction. I mean, I hung some drywall and stuff, but other than that, that's about it. So, alright, well, thanks for watching the video, and I do appreciate you coming around. If you're not subscribed, please hit that little subscribe button. Somebody the other day said, well, HDR, what kind of account do I need to subscribe to your videos? I said, all you need is a Gmail account. You can sign into YouTube, and then you can subscribe to my video as well as many other, there's a lot of great motive vloggers out there to subscribe to. So, alright, well, thanks for watching. I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Rider will be down and out once again in the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now, everybody.